The Balkans, a region steeped in history and scarred by conflict, is once again a cauldron of unrest. This area, known for its rich cultural tapestry and tumultuous past, has often been a flashpoint for larger geopolitical struggles. From the ancient empires that once ruled these lands to the more recent conflicts that have left deep scars, the Balkans have always been a region of significant strategic importance. At the heart of this turmoil lies Serbia, a nation grappling with its identity and its place in the world. Serbia's history is a complex narrative of resilience and resistance, a story of a people who have weathered countless storms. Today, Serbia stands at a crossroads, torn between its historical ties to Russia and the allure of a future aligned with the West. Massive protests have erupted on the streets of Belgrade, fueled by a potent cocktail of anger, frustration, and disillusionment. These demonstrations are not just about immediate grievances, but are a manifestation of deeper, systemic issues that have been festering for years. The people are demanding more than just superficial changes. They are calling for a complete overhaul of the political system. The Serbian people, it seems, have had enough. Their voices, once muted by fear and oppression, are now rising in unison, echoing through the streets and squares of Belgrade. This is a movement driven by a collective desire for justice, transparency, and a better future for the next generation. They demand change, accountability, and a break from the corruption that has plagued their nation for too long. The banners they hold and the slogans they chant are a testament to their unwavering resolve. This is not just a protest, it is a revolution of the mind and spirit, a call to reclaim their country from the clutches of corruption. This wave of unrest has sent shockwaves far beyond Serbia's borders, particularly rattling the halls of power in Moscow. The Kremlin, which has long considered Serbia a key ally in the Balkans, is now watching with growing concern as the situation unfolds. The implications of this unrest are profound, potentially altering the balance of power in the region. For decades, Russia has viewed Serbia as its most steadfast ally in the region, a bastion of Slavic brotherhood and a bulwark against Western influence. The historical ties between the two nations run deep, rooted in shared cultural and religious heritage. However, the current unrest threatens to unravel this long-standing relationship. But the ground is shifting beneath the Kremlin's feet. The once solid foundation of Russian-Serbian relations is showing signs of strain as the Serbian people increasingly look towards the West for support and inspiration. This shift is not just political but also cultural, as younger generations embrace new ideas and values. The protests in Serbia, and the government's increasingly frantic attempts to quell them, have exposed the fragility of Russia's grip on its Balkan foothold. The scenes of clashes between protesters and police, the tense press conferences, and the worried expressions on politicians' faces all paint a picture of a government struggling to maintain control. The arrest of Serbia's transport minister, a close confidant of the pro-Russian government on corruption charges, sent a clear message: the old rules no longer apply. This high-profile arrest is a significant turning point, signaling a willingness to confront corruption at the highest levels of government. The subsequent resignation of the Prime Minister, another staunch ally of Moscow, further deepened the sense that a seismic shift is underway. This resignation, coupled with the ongoing protests, suggests that Serbia is on the brink of a major political transformation. Serbia, it appears, is charting a new course, one that may lead it away from Moscow's embrace and towards a future more closely aligned with the West. The sight of Serbian and European Union flags together, and the growing pro-Western sentiment among the youth, are clear indicators of this potential shift. The implications of this potential realignment are profound, not just for Serbia but for the entire Balkan region. A Serbia aligned with the West could alter the geopolitical landscape, influencing the policies and alliances of neighboring countries. This realignment could also impact the broader dynamics between major global powers. It is a story of shifting alliances, geopolitical maneuvering, and the enduring struggle between East and West. The Balkans have always been a chessboard for larger powers, and the current situation is no different. The moves being made today will have lasting consequences for the region and beyond. It is a story that is still being written, and its outcome remains uncertain. The events unfolding in Serbia are just one chapter in a much larger narrative, one that will continue to evolve in the coming months and years. Buckle up, folks, because things are about to get interesting. The road ahead is fraught with challenges and opportunities, and the world will be watching closely as Serbia navigates this critical juncture in its history. To understand the current dynamics at play in the Balkans, one must delve into the annals of history, exploring the deep-rooted ties that bind Russia and Serbia. These two nations, separated by vast distances and distinct cultural nuances, share a bond forged in the crucibles of shared religion, intertwined histories, and a mutual distrust of the West. The seeds of this alliance were sown centuries ago, nurtured by the shared Orthodox Christian faith that underpins both Russian and Serbian identities. This religious kinship fostered a sense of spiritual solidarity, a belief that these two Slavic nations were bound by a higher purpose. The spiritual connection between Russia and Serbia is not merely a superficial bond, it is deeply ingrained in their cultural and national identities. The Orthodox Christian faith has been a cornerstone of both societies, influencing their traditions, values, and worldviews. This spiritual solidarity was further strengthened by political realities. Throughout their tumultuous histories, both Russia and Serbia often found themselves at odds with powerful Western empires. The Ottoman Empire, Austria-Hungary, and later NATO were perceived as existential threats, forcing Russia and Serbia to seek solace and support in each other's embrace. This mutual support was not just a matter of convenience but a necessity for survival. Russia, positioning itself as the protector of Slavic interests in the Balkans, has consistently backed Serbia on the international stage, often acting as a shield against Western criticism and intervention. This unwavering support was most evident during the Balkan Wars of the 1990s. During the Kosovo conflict, Russia vehemently opposed NATO's intervention, a stance that cemented its image as Serbia's unwavering champion. This historical context provides a vital backdrop for understanding the current tensions in the region. The relationship between Russia and Serbia is not merely a matter of political expediency, it is a complex tapestry woven from the threads of shared faith, historical experience, and a deep-seated sense of kinship. This intricate web of connections is crucial to comprehending the forces shaping the future of the Balkans. The bond between Russia and Serbia is multifaceted, encompassing religious, cultural, and political dimensions. It is a relationship that has been tested by time and adversity, yet it has endured, evolving to meet the challenges of each new era. Today, this bond continues to influence the geopolitical landscape of the Balkans. The shared history and mutual support between Russia and Serbia play a significant role in shaping their interactions with other nations and international organizations. The historical ties between Russia and Serbia are a testament to the enduring power of shared faith and mutual support. As we look to the future, understanding this relationship is key to navigating the complexities of the Balkans. Unraveling this intricate web of connections is crucial to comprehending the forces shaping the future of the Balkans. The bond between Russia and Serbia, forged in history and strengthened by shared experiences, continues to be a defining factor in the region's geopolitical landscape. While the historical ties between Russia and Serbia run deep, they are rooted in centuries of shared culture, religion, and political alliances. The Slavic brotherhood between these two nations has often been celebrated, with both countries standing by each other through various historical upheavals. However, the relationship has begun to show signs of strain in recent years. The geopolitical landscape is shifting, and with it, the dynamics of this once steadfast alliance. The once seemingly unshakable bond of Slavic brotherhood is being tested by a confluence of factors, including economic pressures, political ambitions, and external influences. These elements are pushing Serbia towards a potential realignment with the West, a move that could redefine its future. Pushing Serbia towards a potential realignment with the West. The allure of the European Union, with its promise of economic prosperity, political stability, and integration into the European project, has proven increasingly difficult for Serbian leaders to resist. One of the most significant drivers of this shift has been Serbia's growing desire to join the European Union. The EU represents not just an economic opportunity, but also a chance for Serbia to solidify its place within a broader, more stable political framework. The allure of EU membership, with its promise of economic prosperity, political stability, and integration into the European project, has proven increasingly difficult for Serbian leaders to resist. The potential benefits of joining the EU are manifold, from access to a larger market to the influx of development funds and political support. However, this aspiration for European integration has put Serbia on a collision course with its Russian allies. The historical ties that once bound the two nations are now being tested as Serbia navigates its path towards the West. The EU has made it abundantly clear that Serbia's accession to the bloc hinges on its willingness to distance itself from Moscow and align its foreign policy with that of Brussels. This demand has placed Belgrade in a difficult position, forced to choose between its historical allegiance to Russia and its aspirations for a European future. This demand has placed Belgrade in a difficult position, forced to choose between its historical allegiance to Russia and its aspirations for a European future. The decision is not just political, but also deeply emotional, as it involves redefining national identity and long-standing alliances. Adding fuel to the fire, Serbia's recent cancellation of arms deals with Russia has sent shockwaves through the Kremlin. This move, widely seen as a symbolic break from Moscow's sphere of influence, has further fueled speculation that Serbia is serious about charting a new course. This move, widely seen as a symbolic break from Moscow's sphere of influence, has further fueled speculation that Serbia is serious about charting a new course. The cancellation of these deals is not just a political statement but also a strategic maneuver, signaling Serbia's intent to align more closely with Western military standards and practices. The situation in Ukraine has further complicated matters. While Serbia has refrained from outright condemning Russia's actions, it has also increased its support for Ukraine, providing humanitarian aid and abstaining from votes condemning Russia at the United Nations. While Serbia has refrained from outright condemning Russia's actions, it has also increased its support for Ukraine, providing humanitarian aid and abstaining from votes condemning Russia at the United Nations. This balancing act highlights the delicate tightrope that Belgrade is walking, attempting to maintain a semblance of neutrality while navigating the treacherous waters of geopolitics. This balancing act highlights the delicate tightrope that Belgrade is walking, attempting to maintain a semblance of neutrality while navigating the treacherous waters of geopolitics. The Serbian government is acutely aware that any misstep could have significant repercussions, both domestically and internationally. The cracks in the Russia-Serbia relationship are becoming increasingly difficult to ignore. The once strong and unyielding bond is now showing signs of wear and tear, as both nations grapple with their own sets of challenges and priorities. Whether these fissures will widen into an unbridgeable chasm remains to be seen. The future of this relationship is uncertain, and much will depend on the actions and decisions of both Serbian and Russian leaders in the coming months and years. What is certain is that the future of Serbia, and indeed the entire Balkan region, hangs in the balance. The choices made today will shape the geopolitical landscape of tomorrow, influencing not just Serbia's path but also the stability and prosperity of the broader region.
So hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and let's turn the page on a new adventure together. Get ready to experience books like never before, only on VBook 360. Like, comment, and share to support the channel and keep the video magic alive. Thank you for stopping by. And remember, every video has a story, and every story deserves to be shared. See you in the next video.